Good morning, class.
Good morning, sir. Welcome to grade 7 English. How are you today?
I'm blessed. Have a seat.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, class. So the last time we were here, we went into sentences. So everyone might now know what is a complete sentence.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So just copy this. Okay, let's read these 3 sentences. First,
I am a boy.
next sentence,
I am a boy, but she is not.
and the third sentence.
Although I am a boy, I love to plant trees.
Good. So there you see 3 sentences. They're all different, correct?
Yes, sir.
Alright, we realize the differences. Yes, right.
There are some sentences long and some short.
Okay, so some of the sentences are long and some are short. That means the structure of each sentence is different. Correct?
Yes, sir.
For instance, I may be tall, you may be short, I may be fat, you may be slim. So we all have different structures. A man is shaped differently from a woman. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So we have different structures. So if we're dealing with sentences as a continuation, and these sentences have different structures, so what do you think is going to be our topic for today?
Sentence structure.
Exactly. So our subtopic is sentence structure. Okay, good. So since we're dealing with sentence structures, you have 3 sentences here. Which one seems the simplest?
I am a boy.
I'm a boy, the first one, right? So this is a simple sentence. And what we could actually see from I'm a boy, it builds and it gets larger. I'm a boy, but she is not. Then it builds even more. Although I am a boy, I love to plait braids. So they're all different. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Alright. So this is simple. This is a bit more difficult from this. So on and so forth. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Alright. So since you already guessed this is simple, this is what we classify as a simple sentence. Simple sentence. Why is it a simple sentence? Because it has one subject. What's the subject of a sentence? The subject of a sentence is what you're actually talking about. How many obstacles or persons are you talking about in this sentence? One. All you know is one.
Because it's pure. Singular.
Okay, it's singular. I. One. So it's a simple sentence. Okay? So our topic today, just head up sentence structures. Okay, so the objective of this lesson is to have you complete the definition of sentence structures in one sentence clearly. Then you're going to effectively identify each sentence structure. Then ultimately, you're going to correctly compose your own sentences of each sentence structure. So just let us look at this video on sentence structures.
There are 3 types of sentence structures: simple, compound, and complex. It's important to use each of these structures because it makes our writing more engaging for the reader.
What do you think you could say about a simple sentence? How is it different from a compound sentence? And how is it different from a complex sentence based on the video that you've seen? Anybody? Yeah, sure.
Sir, simple sentence is when you have one person or one thing.
Exactly. So a simple sentence, as the examples that you have in your book, I am a boy. It speaks about one person. However, a person, or I should say one subject. So if the subject is singular, it is a simple sentence. I am a boy. In certain cases, as the video would have said, let us say we're a group here. We are a class. So it is one subject. Although it's plural, class is one group, a group of students. So it does not have to only be one individual person. It could be one group of persons. So if I say the students of Tutorial High School are all taught, is one subject. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So once you're having one subject, it is what's our sentence? What's our sentence class?
Simple, sir.
Exactly. So a simple sentence has one subject. The second sentence you have, I am a boy, but she is not. So you have the conjunction there. But she is not. And according to the video, it says once you have the acronym FANBOYS, FAN stands for A stands for Ann, N stands for Nor, B stands for Bud, O stands for R, Y stands for Yet, and S stands for So. Once you could actually see these conjunctions, they are the coordinating conjunctions. What are they?
Coordinated conjunction.
Yes, these are the coordinating conjunctions. So they actually help you to identify the type of sentences. So, as the video said, when you have an independent clause, which is also a simple sentence, connected to a dependent clause by a coordinating conjunction, we have a compound sentence. Okay? Alright, so write this definition for a simple sentence and you write this definition for a compound sentence here. Okay, so now since we know what is an independent clause, which is also the same thing as a simple sentence, and we have a dependent clause, the compound sentence, what do you think is a compound sentence? Anybody?
An independent clause joined by an independent clause.
Yes, so when you join an independent clause, which makes sense on its own, and a dependent clause, you have to use one of these coordinating conjunctions. So, copy this definition for compound sentence. A compound sentence is formed when a independent clause is formed when an independent clause is joined to a dependent clause. Using the coordinating conjunctions. Coordinating conjunctions. And according to the video, the coordinating conjunctions, remember the acronym FANBOYS. What is the acronym?
FANBOYS.
FANBOYS, and let us identify what the conjunctions for FANBOYS are. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Okay, great. So once once you see an independent clause, which is the same thing as a simple sentence, joined to a dependent clause using any one of these, then it is a compound sentence. What is it?
A compound sentence.
Okay, great. So I'm going to give you a list of the subordinate conjunctions. Now, the subordinate conjunctions are those that form a complex sentence. What sentence it form?
A complex.
So there you have a list of the subordinating conjunctions which make up the complex sentence. What they make up?
A complex sentence.
Okay, so you have a list of 30 conjunctions here. So what we're going to do from the list, look through the list, and we already know that Fanboy's acronym are those that make up the compound sentence. Okay? Okay, so I have a sketch on the board here. Let us say there's a conversation like this. Let us start here. Read.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Hello, how are you? The person responds, I am very well, thank you. And I must say, you are tall. And this next person says, although he has on heels, he is short. Alright? Alright, so now let's identify the types of sentences here. The first person, hello, how are you? This is a type of sentence.
A simple.
Exactly, this is a simple sentence. Why?
Because it only have one
Subject.
subject.
Exactly. One subject. Hello, how are you? So it makes sense on its own. So a simple sentence is also an independent clause. Correct? Because it makes sense on its own, it could stand on its own. Now, how did the person respond?
I am very well. Thank you.
I am very well, thank you. That could be a sentence on its own, correct? Good. So it is also an independent clause. Is that so?
Yes.
Good. Then it is joined on, and it says, and I must say, you are tall. Right? So basically, how many sentences is here?
Two.
Two sentences joined to one. And what joins them?
Con.
Good. And which is a conjunction. And is a conjunction. So and joins this sentence to this next sentence here. Correct? Good. So we're identifying the sentences now, the sentence structures. And is this sentence a compound sentence? Is it a complex sentence, or is it a simple sentence?
A compound sentence.
Correct. Why is it a compound sentence?
Because this is joined by and.
Exactly. And is a coordinating conjunction that joins the independent and to the dependent clause, or the two sentences together. Correct? Oh, let's identify this sentence structure here now. Although he has on heels, he is short. So what type of sentence this would be?
Complex.
Why is it a complex sentence?
Because it have all two.
And although is a subordinating conjunction. Correct, very good. So it shows that we clearly identify our sentence structures. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to give you some worksheets. Could you identify what sort of sentence is the first sentence?
The first sentence is a sentence.
It's a simple sentence, correct? Okay, across here. The second sentence, what sort of sentence the second sentence is?
A complex.
Why is it a complex sentence? Because exactly. So we come back across here on this side. I love the powder, but hated cold water. This was our sentence. Exactly. Why is it a compound sentence?
Because it is joined by both.
Exactly. Because it is joined by a coordinating conjunction, which is what? Very good. So who would like to say what sort of sentence this is? Time and time again, we laugh and had fun because our teachers also played with us. Those are sentences.
Complex.
Okay, very good. 3 p.m. came quickly, so it was time to leave school. Anybody? Great, confirm. Today is the best day I ever had.
Simple.
Exactly. So I'm very satisfied that everyone could identify the simple, complex, and compound sentences. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to place you into groups, and you're now going to correctly compose your own simple, compound, and complex sentences. You're going to compose 3 of each. Okay, so what's going to happen? She's going to read her sentences, and class, you're going to identify whether it's a compound, complex, or a simple sentence. Okay, so go ahead. Hello, my name is Ram.
Simple.
Simple, that's correct. Next.
Hard.
Hard. Simple.
Today is raining.
Today is raining. Simple.
Although he is fat, he can learn.
Although he's fat, he can run.
Complex.
Exactly, complex.
He is always talking as if he is the only smartphone.
As if he's the only smartphone. Complex. Exactly. Have a seat. Alright, you're going to represent across on this side.
Who are you?
Who are you? Simple.
I am a boy.
I am a boy.
Simple.
Simple.
Even if I was short, I am still taller than you.
Even if is a subordinating conjunction, right? Exactly. Next.
If only I was a boy, I would run faster than you.
Exactly. Good. Have a seat. So it's clear that everyone in the class could compose correctly complex sentences, compound sentences, and simple sentences. Are there any questions? Okay, so we now going to go into our final activity of our class. Concluding activity, we're going to have a game of Jeopardy. A sentence is a group of organized words in a sequence to make sense. True or false? Ryan, true, exactly. That's correct. So Ryan gets $100. Next question. Types of sentences is the same as sentence structures.
False.
False. That's correct. Salia, $100. Okay, so Shemaine, the only person who doesn't have any money right now. Next question. Cats and dogs do not like each other is an example of a simple sentence. True or false? No.
True.
Okay, this is a default question. The answer could only be true because it's not false. So, no. Cat and dogs is one subject. It's not 2 separate sentences. So, Salia, unfortunately, the $100 is gone. So, you're now at $0.
Sorry, Patrick, you got it.
You're on okay, next question. Although is A in fanboys. True or false? Salia.
False.
That's correct. So Salia regains her $100. Only the compound sentences use coordinating conjunctions. True or false?
True.
That's correct. So Ryan, you now have $200. So we're moving along nicely, which now brings us to final Jeopardy. So please wager. Well, Shemaine, because you're in the cellar, we're going to give you $100, so you could actually wager up to $100, although you don't have any money. Sadia, you could wager up to $200, and Ryan, you could wager up to $400. So please make your wagers. In your mind, so we're going to need a witness. Please step up, sir. So please tell him your wager, how much money you're wagering. Tell him secretly. Secretly. So he's gonna know secretly. So he's gonna know which money you're wagering. Okay, so now I'm gonna read out a question, and based on the correct response or not, that's how we will know how much money you have. Okay, so I'm gonna read this. We played Pablo today. Although it was raining, we still soaked our skin with powder. I loved the powder but hated the cold water. So the question now, how many simple sentences are in those 3 sentences? This final Jeopardy, you have 30 seconds to answer. Let me read it again. We played Pablo today. Although it was raining, we still soaked our skin with powder. I loved the powder, but hated cold water. You have 30 seconds to think, and then I'm going to ask you to answer. So 30 seconds. How many? Good. So, Ryan, you have $200 on the board. How much did you wager?
200.
She wagered 200. Okay. So, what's the answer? 4? Unfortunately. 3. Your answer? Sally? 2. Your answer? 1. The actual correct answer is 1. So, how much did you wager? You wagered 100. So, you ended up at 100. How much did she wager? She didn't wager anything, so she remains at 100. Yeah, okay. She didn't wager anything. She got it wrong. She didn't wager anything. You got it wrong as well. And how much did you wager? 200. So that means you end up with 0 cents. So it is now tied with the two of you at $100 apiece. So that was our game on Jeopardy. The answer is actually 1. There is one simple sentence amongst these 3 sentences. Okay? Alright, just head back to your seats. So now we're going to have some homework. So what your homework is going to be, you're going to compose one paragraph. And one paragraph must have at least 2 simple, 2 complex, and 2 compound sentences. paragraph must be at least 100 words. Compose one paragraph. On the topic the red car it must feature at least two simple compound and complex sentences. Yeah, so you must have two simple, two compound, and two complex sentences. At least two simple, two compound, and two complex sentences in your paragraph, and it's entitled The Red Car. The topic is the red car. Any questions, class? Okay, see you in the next lesson. Class is